Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Pisces. So Pisces, as usual, I'm doing a reading with my own tarot deck, so the cards that you see are from this deck. So your reading starts with a very interesting image, Pisces. Um, you know, that yellow brick road from the Wizard of Oz, and it seems like you have been traveling down that road for quite some time, only hoping for the best, expecting the best, and reaching for something that was like this treasure, right? The treasure at the end of the rainbow. That's the type of road that you've been on, I feel like. And it's been all consuming. It's been all that you have been devoted to, all that you have been giving your all, giving your energy, giving your enthusiasm. And it seems like you have reached a point in this road where you get this treasure, where you receive this prize, where you know that there is something that you're going to take out of this journey that is going to be incredibly enriching for you. And the moment that you know what this gift is, what this treasure is, that's where the road ends. It's like, so imagine this, Pisces, and I know you're very good in imagining things. Imagine this. You are going on a path, following along a road, and the road has been showing you where to go and where to turn, and then you suddenly find the thing that you were after. Maybe you didn't realize that you were after that thing, but because of its value, you recognize that you have found it. And the moment that you do, suddenly there is no more road. There aren't yellow bricks that you can follow. So it's almost like you're left with this white canvas, with this blank slate, and you get to pave your own road, which is very fascinating because I feel like you weren't expecting that part of the journey because you were following along and you were just happy to do so. So let me start showing you the cards. This is the yellow brick road, right? The Nine of Wands. What I heard here was it's been a long journey. It seems like, Pisces, you have been following along, you know, taking its turns and, bringing in all that was showing up for you, right? It's like, if, the Nine of Wands, it's a card of, challenges and burdens and things that, could take a toll on you. It's actually you weren't seeing the challenges or the turns or whatever that was, a bit tricky for you along this path. You weren't seeing those things as burdens. Actually, with the Sun card, you were very happy to follow along. It's like, if this is a paved road that somebody else paved, and that somehow you received, maybe the guidance or the instruction, or, you were just happy to experiment where this road would take you. It's like you were, yes, there were challenges, right? Because of the Nine of Wands, but all of the challenges, they were also dealt with in a very spontaneous, childlike, like an apprentice, right? Although we don't have any core cards, and usually I see the page cards as the apprentices. Here I'm seeing this childlike version of you that is happy to explore and experiment and see where this road would take you. Because you knew, in a sense, I feel like you had the anticipation for this prize, for this blessing, for this teaching. The Ace of Pentacles is talking about the prize at the end, right? Or the treasure at the end of this rainbow. Because, although I'm saying a rainbow now and I'm thinking it wasn't all, you know, roses and rainbows with the Nine of Wands. But because of your mood, it's almost like even the challenging moments, I feel like, always put you in a good mood, or in this optimistic mood, right? It's like you were always optimistic and hopeful that no matter how hard it eventually got, you knew that there was something that would make up for it, that would be completely worth you continuing. And I feel like you are exactly here, right? It's like you are collecting this prize of yours. You are it's like you realize that you have come a long way, that you have, you know, remained very happy and joyful and youthful and optimistic and positive, always hoping for the best. And so here you are finding this thing that you, in a sense, you always knew that you would find, that you would get to, that you would come to collect. But the thing about this Ace of Pentacles, after we have this Two of Swords, the moment that you find this, it's like I'm seeing this. You're coming through the yellow bricks, and it's like you're being guided by a road that was paved by somebody else, right? Maybe you don't even know who paved that road. It's like you're happy to do so, right? Because you've been, you know, maybe enthusiastic because of the thing that you were going to collect, right? It's like you started this journey a long time ago, and you know, whenever life presented you with a challenge, it's like you always chose to see the bright side. And now that you are so optimistic, it's like you have learned, in a sense, part of the prize is that you have learned how to remain very positive even in the midst of things that were, you know, very hard. And this realization, it's like the manifestation of your optimism is creating the end of the road. It's like if here you were following along this paved road, this yellow brick road, with the Two of Swords, it's like you come to the edge. You come to the edge of this cliff, right? It's like you were following along, but you didn't expect that the road would bring you this prize at the same time that it would end, right? So in a sense, yes. So, you know, the treasure is actually at the end of the rainbow, although things weren't always so colorful. You chose, that's the thing, it's like you chose to shine your light even in the stormy days, right? Because you knew that you were creating the rainbow. It's like the road was there, but you were choosing to see the rainbow because you were shining your light, you know, among, you know, this rainy day, and you were creating the rainbow. You were creating the positivity, the optimism, right? And so the moment that you come to the end of this paved road, because it's all one and the same. It's like the prize, it's at the end of this road, but at the same time, the road ends because you are ready to collect this prize, right? It's like it marks the end of this following along of an already paved road. And then you have to leap. The feeling that I'm having with the Two of Swords, it's like you have to trust, you have to leap, because you've come to the edge not only of the road, but of the road, oh my God, it's such a twist of the tongue, the world, right? Not the road, but the world. So it's bigger than what you were imagining. It's like, even though you were very happy to, you know, follow along, to keep on going, it's like now that you have collected something that is incredibly invaluable to you, the next step, which seems to be a step of conclusion but also of opening, it's like you have to take a bigger leap. So the thing about the world to me is that it enlarges everything. It's almost like a special lens. What is the name of the lens? A magnifier, magnifying glass, magnifying lens. You know what I mean, right? It's like when you zoom in, but also in this case, it's like zooming in to the thing that you collected, that actually it's like a piece of this immense world that is waiting for you to explore and to create a new road. This is the interesting thing, Pisces. The Eight of Pentacles coming next. This is you building your own bridge, you building your own road. It's like this is the time that you're going to act as the trailblazer, or as the one who takes the leap forward, where it's like where there aren't any, it's like there aren't any roads, there aren't any, trails to follow. It's like you have come to the end, you have come to the edge of the world. So it's making me think of centuries ago, in the 15th, 16th centuries, when the European explorers, they thought that, Portugal and the edge of Africa, they were the end of the known world. And I feel like this is what the world card here is representing for you. You have, followed along this yellow brick road, this previously paved road, maybe for quite some time, and you have come to the edge that only what you can see, it's like the known world behind, but now it's time for you to leap, right? It's like you have to go beyond something that you have known, something that you have seen, something that you have already come through, right? It's like it's been a few challenges, right? I assume, with the Nine of Wands. So all of these lessons, but most of all, like what you are collecting mainly is like the prize for remaining optimistic, right? This part is like the real treasure that you are realizing, that you are understanding how it can manifest as the prize that you're collecting. So now that you have this knowingness, now that you have this understanding of your ability to remain optimistic despite the challenges, then you can take a leap, beyond this known world, because you've come to the edge of it, right? And I feel like the Eight of Pentacles, it's like an incentive here that you can build this bridge, right? This is not, yes, it's going to require a lot of work, but you have the first piece already. It's like the first piece seems to be your high frequency, your childlike free spirit that is so spontaneous but also so creative, right? This is the first brick. It's like you have been following this yellow brick road, but you didn't know that actually your own treasure at the end of this rainbow would be the first brick, the first thing that you would need to build your own bridge. Because when you come to the edge of this trail that has been paved, then there is nothing else to follow unless you build it, right? You cannot proceed forward unless you pick this first brick, right? This first thing, this first insight perhaps, and you initiate this building process. It's like you're going to work on building something that is going to be secure, that is going to be solid, that is going to serve as a bridge to something that is higher. Because the way that I'm seeing this, and it's so interesting. So we have the Hanged Man, right? And the Hanged Man has this association with Neptune, which is your ruler, Pisces. But the interesting thing about this card, it's not a card that comes that often, I feel like, in the readings, but it actually came through recently in, if I'm not mistaken, I feel like it came in the last reading for Aquarius in the extended part, and it was reversed, and it was showing me a balloon because it was this point of access to Aquarius, that, you know, Aquarius was walking on clouds, and the balloon was the signal, you know, that was presenting them this way down to earth. And because for you this is coming up right, I feel like this is actually the it's almost like I'm seeing this as a, like a rope that is going to elevate you or ascend you, or the moment that you're building this bridge, it's actually going to take you to a new level, because I'm seeing this almost like these two cards together. What they're saying to me, it's like the lifting of this card into something that is like a, so remember when I was talking about the known world, right? And I feel like what this hangman is wanting to present you with is this moving higher, moving to a new terrain, a new territory, a new realm that is not of this world. It's from another realm. And I feel like it starts with you building a bridge that is pretty much solid. It's here on the 3D, but because you've come to the edge of this cliff, it's like you have to have the trust, right? It's like I'm seeing this as a trust fall, right? You know, when you lie back, right? And you're trusting that somebody is going to pick you. This is how I'm seeing this hangman. It's like, in a way, I feel like there is like this hand of God or hand of spirit that is going to act as, you know, it's going to catch you, but it's actually going to, it's not that it's going to catch you because you're not going to fall because you're going to build this bridge, but it's going to make you go higher, because what this is screaming to me, Pisces, is the bridge that you're actually building, it's actually a sky bridge. It's a bridge to the sky. It's like the new territory. It's not from this world. It's like it's higher. It's multi-dimensional. It's like it's a spiritual territory. And this requires, well, first of all, a lot of work, a lot of hard work and time and effort and dedication, but also trust. I'm seeing this as like this trust fall. It's like, if you don't know how to build this, it's like, it's almost like look up to the sky, that it's like the sky will drop you this rope. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like the sky will give you the signal to elevate this bridge into a sky bridge. I hope this makes sense. I know that this bit here at the end could be very out there to some, but I feel like, you know, because it starts in a very practical way, I feel like perhaps, you know, and because also you do have the first step, which is the connection that is most important, which is, you know, this spontaneous childlike connection with your essence. I typically see the sun as your essence. So because you have been, you know, walking down this path, traveling down this road that was already paved, the challenges along the way were actually meant to always keep you optimistic, to always keep you positive, and, you know, looking through this bright side, that, you know, always believed that you could make it, that you could find this peace that would eventually serve a purpose. And the purpose seemed to be, you know, it seems like you have done everything that you could. It's like you have explored every bit of this yellow brick road. And so in a sense, you have overcome all of the challenges to come to the edge of the known world, of this explored territory. And with that, it's like all of the lessons, all of the experience that you've gathered, and most of all, this first brick, right, that is going to serve to build this bridge. It's like, it's this optimism, this positivity, and this is what is going to elevate you into building something that is maybe it's the bridge that is going to connect, you know, this earthly realm with the realm of spirit, with the realm of, you know, heavens, or however you want to see it. But I'm seeing this as you taking this leap and putting in the effort to build a sky bridge. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Pisces, I am going to pull more cards for you, as well as the astrological runes in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be very happy to see you. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.